Hello, welcome to Miniezhhops How to Sculpt videos with myself, Elizabeth. Today we'll be making a little snail. And as always, I love seeing what you guys make, so if you send me some photos, I will put it at the end of my video. A future one. Let's get to it. Begin with a work mat to protect your tabletop. I'm just using a plain piece of paper, a color for your snail, for the shell, white, black, a potter's needle or toothpick, a silicone dowel tool or a pen tip works similarly, and an x-acto knife or a butter knife. Alright, take your shell color, warm it up so it doesn't crack in the oven, and then roll it into a ball either between your fingers, on your tabletop, or between your palms. Once you have that ball all smoothed out, start to roll it between your fingers, and we're going to turn it into kind of a snake. Set it on your work surface and roll evenly out. The thickest part of this portion is going to be the biggest part of our snail shell, so once you've come to a portion that you think will be a good thickness for the largest part, stop there and then choose one end or the other and apply a little more pressure to that one side. We're going to taper the end off, kind of making it a little bit smaller, gradually to a little bit bigger, like so. And if you would like, you can add another little string of color along here, but if you just want a single colored shell, take the end and fold it over on itself and then just keep looping it around until you get to the size you would like your shell to be. I'll stop about here. And then take your x-acto knife and cut that edge. Take the color you would like your snail to be, warm it up, and roll it into a ball so it's got smooth edges. And then we're going to roll it into a cylinder shape as well. Alright, kind of smooth one edge so it has a smooth portion. And then you're going to size it up here. It should be about the thickness of the thickest part of your shell. And then set it right at this portion that we just cut. Just have a little bit going onto the other portion of the shell. Take your fingers and hold the snail's body and then pinch it up like that. Alright, once you have that, either it may be that this is the height you want it to be, or you can pinch and pull it off like this. And then just smooth that portion off with your fingers. Tapping it a little bit, and then you can hold your thumb here and kind of press so that it looks like the snail's on the ground. Alright, now take your shell color, just a little bit, and roll it into a ball, and roll that into a smaller snake, like so, about the size of the beginning of your snail shell. Smooth off one edge so that it's nice and soft. Set it at the junction of the snail shell and its body, and then loop it around like that, and then break off that portion. Like so. Alright, set it down, grab about 1/4 as much clay as you took for the snail's body and roll it into a little ball. Once you've got that, kind of tap it between your fingers, size it up on your snail, and then if it's a good size, press it down and smooth it in. Here's where you can take your silicone dowel tool or your pen tip or even your toothpick or potter's needle and just smooth the sides in like so. It takes a minute to smooth it out, so covering those creases up. Okay, and just pull and tap it as you need. Alright, once it's all smoothed in, take your snail color again, roll it into a little ball, and then roll it out into an even smaller snake. It should be a little smaller than this portion. And then so eyeball about halfway in between this head portion, and then just a little bit offset of that halfway, we're going to set the little antenna eye things and then cut it so it's about the same height as this head portion, and then we'll do that on the other side. Once you have those there, take your silicone dowel tool and just smooth those on. Once they're smooth like that, take about half as much as you took for these little antennae, split it in half, and then roll those into 2 balls. Once you have those 2 balls, kind of flatten them between your fingers and then set those on top of your antennae. Use your judgment to size them up, and then take your silicone dowel tool and just put a little indent in the middle there on one side and then the other. Take your white clay, about half as much as you took from one of those eye portions, and split it into 2. Roll those into balls, make sure they're even with each other, and then flatten them a little bit. A little tap, and then put those into those indents. Once those are in the indents, make another indent in the white with your silicone dowel tool. Alright, now take about as much clay as you took for one of the white portions of the black clay. Split it into 2, roll those into balls also, and then kind of flatten them as well. And then take those black portions and set them into the divots we made just now. Alright, kind of tap them once you're happy with that placement. And then take your white clay, take your potter's needle, and just ever so slightly give it a little flick, like so. And then take that little portion of white clay and set it on the black portion of the eye. Take your white clay again, give it another little flick, and then set that on the other eye. Okay, now take some of your snail colored clay, warm it up a little bit, roll it into a little cylinder snake thing, and then tap it to flatten it. It doesn't matter how long it is because we'll just take some off, and then we're gonna put it on the front side of your snail and then wrap it around. You can make it as thick or as thin as you would like, and then as soon as you get to the end, pull it off. All right, if you want to add a little smile, take your potter's needle and add a little line. If you want to add ridges to your shell, take your potter's needle or your toothpick and just make a little tap on the inside of the spirals. Just a little tap, and you can go all the way around if you'd like. You can embellish it with anything you want, tapping all the way around. And once you get to the outside, you can kind of set your potter's needle or toothpick right at the edge and then move the shell around it. Don't pull the potter's needle around it, but move the shell. It gives it a more even look. And then once you get to the portion where the eyes are, you can just tap right there and then come from behind, line it up, and then roll it around. Same with this portion. Tap, line it up, roll it around. You can just make a little tap there to even it out. You can also add little lines on the base of your snail like this, just ever so slightly. And if you're done, sign your name on the back. If you have any questions or requests for the next videos, let me know. I'd love to see the snails that you make. That's my favorite part of these how-to videos, is seeing what you guys make. I hope you had fun. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.